Hi, I'm Brady Swistrunk, and for today's session, we'll be discussing how you can best use social media to engage and inform your alumni base. So a couple of quick stats about social media. First, Facebook is the largest platform that social media offers and that we engage on. It has a little over 1.19 billion active users monthly. And Facebook were a country, it would be the third largest country in the entire world. So it's a massive platform that you can use to engage and inform your alumni base and use to your benefit. 72% of online adults use social media in their daily lives to interact with their friends and family, interact with businesses, and interact with, of course, the Alumni Association. 9 billion photos are uploaded each month to Twitter, and Twitter is adding a rough amount of 300,000 users per day. And 92% of companies actively use social media for recruitment purposes. So what platforms do we use here at the Alumni Association, and what platforms do we encourage you to use for your alumni chapters and clubs? Well, first of all, like I said previously, Facebook is the dominant platform that's so easy to use and most people are familiar with. Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube are also platforms that we use here. So a couple quick points about when and how to post on social media. So that largely depends on your audience and your platform. So depending on who your audience is you're trying to target and who the platform is that you want to utilize, that dictates what platforms you use. And many platforms offer different insights that you can see how you're doing and how your chapter's social media is performing. And we recommend that you post at least 3 times per week, at least on Facebook and Twitter, since those are the most widely used platforms. And remember, the most important thing that we want to encourage you to know is that you're representing MSU in your community on social media. So it's important that you put a good foot forward for yourself and for your chapter and club. So what can you do to post? What can you post on social media? So of course, events, meetings, gatherings, that's a great way to post about it and to get the word out about what your chapter and club are doing. You can post about how to get involved in your chapter and club. So volunteer recruitment, young alumni recruitment, all this can be done on social media. You can post about people in your chapter or club area with pictures and videos, testimonials about it. You can ask questions, encourage engagement, and always, always, always repost MS State alumni. So a couple quick things not to do. We don't want you to be on the bad list about doing the wrong things on social media. So of course, don't use inappropriate language. Don't incite negative things on Facebook. We want you to use this as a positive tool to engage your alumni base. And don't never engage with athletic recruiters. Never get involved with that. And obviously don't just post to post. Post meaningful things that have a purpose and that have a purpose to engage your alumni base and to inform them. Also post as if you were employed at MSU, because remember, as I said earlier, you are representing Mississippi State. So the power of hashtags. Hashtags are so important for tracking your social media posts and helping generate content on social media. We recommend using 3 hashtags that the university and the Alumni Association and athletics uses. Obviously, everybody's familiar with hashtag #HillState. That's a universal hashtag that athletics primarily uses, but we use here at the Alumni Association and the university uses. We ring true is the university's tagline, so you can use that one. And here at the Alumni Association, you can use MS State alumni. And when you're posting on social media, always try to use at least one relevant hashtag, but never more than 3. That just gets redundant and it gets quite confusing for your users. And finally, a couple quick side notes that we want you to remember about social media is be mindful of comments on your post. Oftentimes with chapters and clubs, you'll post something about an upcoming event and a user in your alumni base will ask more information about that event in the comments. And we always want to make sure their voice is heard and we answer their questions. So remember to keep track of your comments after you post something, because you never know when somebody will ask a question about your chapter club. Always support one another. So encourage other chapters. So we've often seen chapters challenging each other with different, challenges to raise scholarship funds, events, things like that. So support other chapters and clubs. Let multiple people in your chapter have access to your account. And that's important because having just one person in charge, that creates quite a burden on that person. But if you have trained people that you can trust in your chapter or club to utilize social media and they know what they're doing with that, it's a great resource for you. And then social media is like a currency. The more you use it, the more you'll have more engagement. And the less you use it, the less engagement you're going to have. So you want to utilize that to the best of your ability. And finally, what we all love in the Alumni Association and your chapters and clubs, social media is a free tool to use. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost you anything to post. It's a free resource, and it's an invaluable resource to use to help get your word out about your chapter and club. So once again, thank you for joining me for this session, and we hope to see you again for future sessions this week. Hail State.